Hello there, and welcome to Rookhope. Public footpath, straight up the middle of someone's driveway. Another deep shaft. As we head back down towards quite a little, nice little, literally 3 or 4 houses called Lintzgarth. It reminded me when I was coming up here of what's around this area. And my mind flashed back to my previous video on Belbeaver Rig. And as I was leaving Belbeaver Rig, I never videoed them, but as I was coming down from the top, there must have been about 4 or 5 capped lead mine shafts, quite large ones as well, on the way down. So literally last night as I was lying in bed, I started googling away, and there must have been about 40 or 50 lead mines in this area. Quite a number in the North Pennines. Now as we head back down to the Valley 4, of course Rookhope has its own lead mining industry and its history, which is where we're going now. Hang on a minute. Rookhope Burn runs down and round the side of that bridge, not underneath it. So what is that for? Yes, what we have here is the Rookhope Arch. And it's not actually part of any old road bridge. It's actually part of a chimney. That's right. Apparently there used to be a lead smelting works in this area, and rather than build the flue chimney straight up, what they'd done was basically built it across and up the side of the hill for about a mile, and the fumes would go up the chimney, up the side of the hill and away from the actual village of Rookhope. Yes. After the chimney had come over the Rookhope Arch, up this side, there's the 2 flues. It'll go up to the left and up to the top of the moors. Now what they would do is, because the flue was so long and the hot gases had lead within them, it would deposit lead on the inside of the chimney. So every so often they would send young children up the chimney to scrape the lead off the inside. as we leave the heather fields and Rookhope behind for now. Once again, we're on a single track road and the Pennines are covered with them. Single track roads leading from valley to valley. This particular one goes from Rookhope to Blanchland, which is well worth a visit. May go there soon. Knew it wouldn't take long. Back on the heather moors again. And I thought, well, seeing as we're in the Pennines, might as well do a summit. So here we are on our way to Boltslaw. Quite excited by this. Loving this. Not be long now for the summit of Boltslaw. Welcome to Boltslaw. Now it's time for me to have some lunch and just admire this view. Right, a quick pano of where I am currently sitting at the top of Boltslaw. I'm going to try and point out places with the aid of my selfie stick and see where it's just actually around this area. So first of all, to the left, heading west, just over that area there, and over here is I think over there's Allendale and over there's Allen Heads. Now if I pan us slowly round, sorry about the wobble, to just that area there, you can see a wooded area just there, I believe. And just at the end of that wooded area is Blanchland, which is a lovely little place to visit. I will go there sometime. So you've got Blanchland, just behind there I believe is the Carrier's Way. Now going a little further round, just down here, that is the remains of an old mine. There's actually 3 chimneys I can count down there, and this one also had the flue where it went up the side of the moor rather than straight up. And if I spin around a bit more, just over there in the darkness over there, just around that area, is Edmundbyres. Again, a lovely little Pennine village. And I don't know how well you can see it, but if I spin around a bit further, just on the distance there on top of that hill around that area, is Poundtop Pike, the transmitter mast. And so therefore, if we come back a bit, just that area there, that's Newcastle. So as well as Newcastle, going back up, I don't know how well you can see this, just about, you can see I think there's 4, 6, 7 wind turbines in the land. One's further back, I believe that's Blythe. And if I spin around very, very slowly, back to roughly Blanchland area, and I'm pretty sure I've seen glimpses just up that area there, right on the horizon, of the Cheviot. The view up here is gorgeous. As we come down from Boltslaw, the wind up there, horrific. It's warm, it's lovely warm wind, but it's just so windy. Honestly, gale force up there. I took a couple of photos and I had to handhold the tripod to stop it physically blowing over. There was a lot of wind there. Never mind. Now it's just a short journey down before we join another route back to the car. if any cyclists know this route. Slight reprieve from the wind, just a slight one. Ah, what a view! And just like that, we're back into Rookhope. I mean, I'll be honest, I would have loved to have talked more about where I was up there, but the wind was way too severe. Coming out of the valley now, it has dropped a little, but it is still breezy. But I've still thoroughly enjoyed it today. Even though that wind's been blowing a gale, it's been just right, temperature wise. Not too hot, not too cold. As I make my way back to the car, it's been a cracking little hike today. I've thoroughly enjoyed it. Hope you have as well. Whether you've enjoyed the scenery, the views, the history, or even the lack of my voice. Hope you've enjoyed it. Do not forget, everything you've seen around you today, everything on this hike, this is nature.